What's up, everybody? We're back with another episode of Deciphers. We outside, but not really. We're inside because it's cold outside. But luckily enough, we're going to talk about some fire hits. We're going to talk about some fire producers because that's what this episode is all about. Producers, especially in Malawi. So I'm going to do a list, even though I hate lists. I don't like lists. But then I'm going to do a list just to kind of bring some awareness to the unspoken heroes of the hits. I feel like producers bring so much to a song, a track, or classic, or whatever it is. But then most of them are unsung because producer credits is not really a thing all the time, especially here in Malawi. We hear our favorite music and we don't even know who did it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to bring into light a few producers that I know of and that are responsible for most of our favorite hits throughout the years and the decades and whatever. Now this list, right, again, it's producers that I actually know that did specific songs. So some songs that I like, I might not know who the producer is or was, but then I'm just going to highlight all the ones that I do know of. So what I want everyone else to do in the comments, please let me know of any other producers outside of the list that I'm going to do. Even if you come up with your own list, you can come up with the top 5, come up with the top 10, whatever it is, you can come up with that so that you put in the comments. Rearrange, you can make some of them, some of the guys that are on my list. You can even use those ones. They don't all have to be new ones, but rearrange however you want, and make your own list. Right, let's get right into it. This was a tough list to make, I'm not gonna lie. I wrote down the names, reshuffled them and all this, and then I've seen that the two parts of the list, there's like an older generation of producers and then there's a younger generation of the producers, so it's almost like kind of put themselves in two halves, and that's what the list is all about. Now I'm going to be reading this list because I can't remember every single person by heart, so I'm going to start a top 10 straight from number 10 in order of talent, sound quality, beat quality, and also the success of most of their songs, right? So the range as well is something that I considered to say, okay, fine, you don't only just do rap beats, you also do Afro beats, or you also do R&B. So if you have a wider range, obviously you're much higher on the list as far as the order of the list is. So that's some of the considerations that I was also making. And also looking at longevity, man. Like, some people have been there, they've been here for a long time and they're still relevant and all that. So that's what I was looking at. All right, to the top 10. Number 10. Number 10 is a guy called Henwood. I think Henwood usually does some rap beats. I can't pinpoint which specific ones, but I've heard some and I was like, oh, this guy is really good. So Henwood is my number 10. I'm guessing he's a younger guy because he's kind of prominent with most of the younger type of artists. So yeah, I'm gonna put Henwood on my number 10. My number 9 is MOD. MOD is a great producer, also does a lot of rap beats, does Afro beats as well. I've had the privilege of meeting MOD and I've seen him work, so he's a really good producer, great sound. Again, I can't think of any songs for some reason, and I know the tag, and I had the song right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it right now. But MOD, shout out to MOD on number 9. And then at number 8, I did a reshuffle. I'm going to put Blage on number 8. No, that's number 7. Number 7 is Blage. Blage, he goes by, I think the tag is Blage the Black Genius, if I'm not mistaken. So Blage, great producer, a lot of Afro beats, a lot of hits that are going around has Blage on there. So shout out to Blage, coming in at number 7. Then we've got number 6. Number 6 is Suspense. Suspense is at number 6. Suspense is producing for one of the hardest artists right now, Alien Juji. So shout out to Suspense. Great track record so far. Great beats, great sound, great quality. You know, sonically, it's very good. So, and there's a reason why he's making those hits. So he's a really good talent. At number 5 is, this is number 5 or 6. I think it should be 6. Number 5. And number 5. So no, it should be number 6. So just put a 1 on every single person that we did, because I did a whole reshuffle. It's crazy. I wrote down some crazy. So at number 6 is Tricky Beats. So Tricky Beats, I think one of the earliest times we heard him on a big song was on Nepman's Naliro. So Tricky was on there, and that song just took off. It blew up. Shout out to Nepman as well. So Tricky, great producer. Also quite versatile. He can do rap beats, he can do Afro beats, he can do any type of hit. So he's been doing his thing, and you know, flowers to you, Tricky. And number 5, this is where it gets interesting. That top 5 gets interesting. So number 5, I have AK on the boards. AK been doing it for a long time. Again, responsible for so many hits. He's been around, I can't even remember. I think it's been over 10 years. So AK been doing his thing. He's been on these, been on these beats, been on a lot of artists, singles, albums, and all that. And again, great sound, quality sound, plush beats, and very versatile as well. So shout out to AK, coming in at number 5. And number 4, we have Justice Divine, aka Justice the Beatmaker. Justice, again, someone that I have had the opportunity and privilege to meet in person. Great down-to-earth guy, very talented sonically, and also has a really good ear for music. Very soulful guy. So he usually does like the whole sampling thing, sampling soulful from samples from back then, and the Motowns and all that. So I respect Justice. I respect his ear for music, and that's why I put him on number 4. And number 3, we have D1. D1 comes in at number 3. Another guy that's been in the game for a long time. He's been producing for a long time. He's responsible for ushering in this era of urban music, hip hop, or whatever it is in Malawi at such an early time. His style is also very reminiscent of like the purist type of producing, especially in the rap sense, the scratches, the samples, and all these things. My favorite tape from D1 is Feels Like 95. Feels Like 95 was a great tape. I feel like he captured the theme really nicely and all that. Responsible for a lot of Third Eye stuff, responsible for Insight, and all these guys, man, like all these guys from back in the day that we used to listen to on the Radio 101. Shout out to Radio 101. We have number 2. Number 2, again, top 3 is always interesting. So, at number 2, I put in the Daredevils. Daredevils, man, they've just been a force. Those heavy beats, the very it was almost like the Daredevils. I can confidently say, and correct me if I'm wrong, they're responsible for like a grittier sound. You know what I mean? Like everyone else, especially in rap, they were very playful in a way, lyrical, playful. But then the Daredevils came in and they were just hard and like gritty and like heavy beats and all that. So shout out to the Daredevils, man. Daredevils been doing their thing. They still doing their thing, and much respect due to them. And at number 1, This was a tough one. I had to think about it for quite a long time. I've been brewing this for a while, and I got to say, this person is one of the most versatile producers in Malawi I've ever seen. Been doing it for a long time as well. He's produced for a lot of international acts, very famous, relevant international acts, to make hits for them. Songs that we see on TV and all these things and channel O's and all that stuff. And, this man is just like, I'm not really sure about, like, I would want to hear more from him, I should say. But then every time I do, and I'm sure that most people share this sentiment, it's usually like, it's remarkable, it's spectacular. The person I'm talking about is none other than, drumroll, DJ Sonye. Sonye been doing it for a while, man. Like, the beats incredible, sound incredible. He did that tape with Somewhere in Africa. Somewhere in Africa is one of my favorite albums, period. Great sound, just this diversity, cutting through a lot of cultures, cutting through a lot of genres, and like the catalog of people that he had on there as well was just amazing. The vocals, everything. So to me, number one, best producer in Malawi, hands down. If you feel differently about my list, which I'm sure most of you do, depending on what kind of, sounds that you listen to, please hit me up in the comments. And as always, I always like that interaction. Also, it's great, man. If you put in someone that I didn't know about, obviously I'm going to try to follow them and see what their sound is all about. So put me on as well. And I hope I put you on as well with some of the producers that I did say. Although I know that most of them are very famous already, and most of you already know them. So I feel like I could be lacking a little bit in terms of the producers in Malawi. So please hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. And that's it for me. Peace.